Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge. A little countdown to green action presented by Lunatic Designs and all the fine folks out there. It is the V-Race Week 6 here for the stream tonight. That is where we're at the Cool Dog Xfinity Series, which is our own Xfinity Series. We appreciate everybody being out there. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Lunatic Designs. I put a link in the stream out there so you folks can get out there and show some support to Kigo and Lunatic Designs. Absolutely fantastic guy, and we appreciate him coming on board for our countdown to green for the next 52 weeks. That's what's going to happen. Unleash your creativity with Lunatic Designs, where your ideas come to fruition. Specializing in custom t-shirts and car illustrations, they bring your unique visions to life with precision and flair. But that's not all. They also like to create hero cards, posters, blankets, drink-go-air, phone cases, and much more. Contact them on Facebook or the link I posted in the race. We appreciate you being out there. Lunatic is absolutely a ton of fun. We're going to be countdown to green, starting grid here tonight for Week 6 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Is going to look as such. Eric Schaefer on pole, current points leader, ready to get out there and slay some laps here. Kobe Hartung is going to be your outside pole sitter. Jesse Priest and Michael Strickland there in row number 2. Seth Fowdy, Brandon Banks in row number 3. Van Scoik and Sammy Harrell are going to be out there in row number 4. Row 5 will be CJ Munier, and Brian Rayburn. Row 6 will be Zachary King, Michael Bollinger. We are going to be moving on down that starting grid real quick. 15 drivers to today's race. Big Art and Wretched are going to make up the final row the final double file row. They're in row 7 and row 8. Tony Martin out there in the mix. Appreciate all the drivers again. Thank you to all the drivers showing up tonight and giving us a good look at what we have going on. And this is a ton of fun. This is one of the best things about being able to do something like this, is being able to showcase such big tracks and such talent out there. And we appreciate all the drivers who have showed up and given us all the race tonight. No, for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, SDK doesn't have the track map up there, so we apologize about the quad oval track map not being on there. This is the stock car oval, according to what iRacing says, at Indianapolis, Indiana. Of course, the Brickyard. 60 laps for tonight's race. 3 sets of tires total. It means they have 2 tire changes in the set they start off with. No stages, no fast repairs. They do have 100% fuel for the 2.5-mile length track. They're going to run about 150 miles. It's going to be about saving. I believe that's what we're going to see these drivers do. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch what they do. Thank you to Surge Performance, and also thank you to Patsfan on YouTube. Patsfan on YouTube is going to be the starting grid sponsor, and of course helps us out there. Make sure you check out the links in the description for not only the Cool Dog YouTube channel, but also the Fats not the Fats Fan, it's the Pats Fan YouTube channel. Make sure you go check them out. I appreciate that. 78 degrees on the air temperature, 79 degrees on the track temperature, 45% humidity, cloudy skies, 2-mile-an-hour. And this is the first time that we've had a track that wasn't over 100 degrees this season. So that's curious to see. Pace car will lead them around. We're going to be go green flag racing here. I encourage you all to check everything out. Much love to everybody. It's going to be a good thing. Update for the track map. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. Update for the track map for the Sim Racing app server. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. We got it. We got the update. That's crazy. All you got to do is just have one guy do it. One guy comes out there. We appreciate it. Thank you. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and we appreciate all the drivers. Oh, man. Schaefer leads in points coming into today's race by 30 over Brandon Banks. Kalen Tony third in the point standings. Kinsey was fourth in the that's the race results. Apologies about that. Let's go to the standings. That might give us a better site. No, that's right. Cody Kinsey fourth in the standings over the series. Zachary King, Tom Gom. Tom's out of today's race. He was going to be here, but he had some prior commitments. So much love to Tom and all he does. Van Scoik is closing in. Simple those points, dude. Moved up 2 spots last week. Michael Strickland up 2 as well. And apologizing for the banging upstairs. If you guys can hear that. Big Art up 4 spots. Biggest mover over the points for last week. 12th of the point standings as we get ready to go. Yeah. So yeah, that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. I am not driving tonight, folks. That is not happening. So All right, taking a seat on carpets, taking a Chop Shop Racing. Chop Shop is our broadcast booth sponsor, and as always will be for the foreseeable, for the foreseeable until the end of the year. So we appreciate them being on board. We got a new graphic coming up for them as well. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. All right, pace car is going to dive off. We're going to go green flag racing here at the Brickyard as Barney or Fred the Flagman, however you want to see it. It's going to be green flag racing here, and bam. Indy underway. Turn 1 busy. One lap complete. Eric Schaefer out front, 0.3 of a second. Now I do have the audio working, so everybody should be able to hear audio. Our last broadcast that we had, we didn't have any audio for the drivers in the cars after a little bit, but I know what went wrong, and I got that fixed. So thank you to everybody for being out there. Hopefully everybody's going to enjoy it. Again, this is Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Back straightaway busy into turn 3. Eric Schaefer leads by 0.4 of a second over Colby Hartung. Jesse Priest in that third spot as well. Stryker holding on the fourth. Sammy Harrell gets up. He's going to be up 1 spot. Biggest move of the race right now. Big Art in that 0-1. Starting to press forward. Zachary King up a spot as well. Brian Rayburn's going to be off too. Again, a chance to salvage some spots. Bollinger back here is going to be the driver cam that we have. The only one we have tonight. And we appreciate Mike out there running, doing what he can to get better with some of the top drivers out there, big class of the field. And one of the big things that you want to see out of a young driver is making sure that they take the time and put the energy into to improving their craft. So appreciate Mike giving us that beef jerky and a little bit of driver cam tonight. Always a ton of fun. Eric Schaefer out front, good stretch here, half second. Jesse Priest about 0.6 back from there. Stryker holding on again. Saving tires. I don't know if they're going to be saving any kind of fuel because I didn't do a fuel mileage calculator, but hopefully it'll be good to go. We'll see. Van Scoik in tow. I like Chuck's car. I always like Chuck's cars. If you haven't checked out Chuck's diecast company, I encourage you to do so. GoRacingDiecast.com. Go check it out. It's got a new store up, got a new website, all the cool things happening there. A little free for Sammy there as they get out of the corner. Eric Schaefer, half second the distance here as Colby Hartung stretches forward. We'll see if Big Art, he's up 3 now. We'll see if he's going to be able to try to play catch up. It's a big, long racetrack here. One of the things about this racetrack that makes it so fun is that these cars, they have a tendency to feel free on the straightaways and tight in the corners. So we'll see if that's going to be the case when it comes to post-race and what these drivers are feeling. Right now, top 6 have not changed spots. Brandon Banks to Seth Foudy in front of him. Seth in the number 7 car pushing forward. Michael Strickland's going to be still in that 4th spot, still trying to play catch-up to Jesse Priest. Good to see Jesse back out here running. He's a driver that we've seen get out there and get some wins. I like it. I like Jesse's he's always got a choice in number because the pace car's technically the number 0. And if we could give him the number 0, I would, but it's going to be the 00 on the stream out there on the relative. Now CJ's running the 89 on the paint scheme, but 98 on the relative, and I might have gotten that wrong. If he's going to be running the 89, I want to make sure I get his number right. So we'll make sure we have to change that. Might be a clerical error on my part. Schaefer 5 of 60. Right now, half second stretches to the 2 drivers. We'll see if Colby Hartung is going to be able to try to close into that pace. Drive off on the corner onto the straightaway. Still going to be a draft zone for Colby Hartung, 21, trying to chase the 4 of Eric Schaefer. The different cameras here have different volumes as well. And we can always appreciate that. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to all of our support out there. And also thank you to all the drivers getting out here and running this and helping us continue to have racing on Thursdays. We're going to have, in the wintertime, we're going to have ourselves a dirt series that's going to be coming up. And that's going to be presented by, actually, Higo with the Lunatic Design. So we're going to have that. We might have time to be able to run a couple of more, maybe another small series on Thursdays in between all of that. So we'll see how that's gonna work. And if not, we might just do some fun races. 3/4 of a second for Eric Schaefer. That now the distance is Colby Hartung. Backs off the corner, straightaway speed, going to the advantage of Schaefer. Take a look at the last 5 lap times between the leader and Colby Hartung. Eric Schaefer, fastest lap of the race on lap 2. Hartung was a little bit on lap 4. This time, 1/4 second separates the two now as Schaefer stretches out. Now, Colby Hartung to Jesse Priest pulled away all but that last lap. This lap 6, Priest catching by just over half a tenth. So, tire saving is going to be a big thing. CJ Munier to the inside here. Speed to Sammy. Driving a Cookie Monster Mobile. We like Sammy's car. It's Samuel Harrell, but it's Sammy. We call him Sammy. We love that dude. Good to see him back at the bank. CJ trying to work his way back forward as all the drivers press on onto the straightaway. Van Squake back to 7th. Trying to close into Brandon Banks. And about 6/10 of a second separates those two drivers. Seth Foudy, 4/10 of a second ahead. Is going to have the inside line look as Stryker, way up into the wall. In turn 1, turn 2, busy. 88's going to have a little bit of right front damage. Should be okay, though. That car looking to get tight. Ooh, into the wall again. Hold on to it. Stryker's going to be off 1 as the 9 will go to the outside. Stryker with a little bit of right side. He's going to lose a couple spots, but don't count him out just yet. A lot of things can happen here as Jesse Priest tries to close back down. Colby Hartung in second. Eric Schaefer back out front looking for another win here. Be huge when it comes to the momentum. Last week, showcasing all the speed that he can get. Yeah, finished second last week. Nathan Bigart got the win. He started 9th and worked his way forward. Schaefer started on pole, finished second. Brandon Banks finished 3rd. Seth Foudy 4th. Wesley Donaldson was your top 5 from last week. Yeah, good things. Good to see our Mandaroot friends. We appreciate everybody. I think Stryker jumped to pit road. But unfortunate for him there. To take a look, Mark Oretchin coming to pit lane as well. He is getting a little bit taken care of on the car. Hopefully he's good to go. Cycle continuing, 9 of 60. Fuel mileage is the biggest concern on when they're going to come to pit road. They only have 2 sets of tires to change into, so our tire's going to be the big factor. Right now, the fall off only about a second here. Bollinger just ran his fastest lap of the race. He's going to be in 12th here. He is getting a little bit faster to try to work on some speed. Zach King up at the 87. Our lone Canadian out in the field. He's running about 9/10 of a second off of the pace of the race leader, but he is playing a little due diligence here. Brian Rayburn last lap 53.52. Eric Schaefer rolling. Still sees about a 1.2 second gap between Colby Hartung and Eric Schaefer. Jesse Priest in tow now as Priest runs the bottom side of the racetrack. Momentum for everything. How about it? We go on board Jesse Priest. Comes so tough to pass, but these two drivers putting on a show. Thank you to all the drivers once again. Mark Wretched is going to be a lap down, but be a chance for him to catch some things up here. Might be one of those things that some of the drivers might be considering. Hey, I need to put myself in a situation to put myself a little bit closer on fuel. Now there's always a change, and maybe this is a 2-pit stop race for the drivers. I wish I'd didn't really have the time this week. Battle for second heating up as Zero goes side by side with Colby Hartung. Corner exit. We'll see them a little bit slideways. They're good. Freeze trying to close in. Outside lane for the 21. First battle for position we've seen for a little bit. 21 way up near the wall. Little wall tap. It's going to close in. Here comes a run from Seth Foudy. Foudy to the inside 7 as the 21 got put out. Doubt there's any kind of sucker hole moment there. I think that's just the race pace catching up. Little tire wear happening here for the drivers, so we'll see if Colby Hartung can hold on. Hartung's got a lot of speed, a lot of pace. A lot of these drivers do. Vance Koik moves up to 6th. We're seeing a couple of drivers back off the pace, but right now, Junior up 2. Big Art's going to be up 5. Sammy Harrell off 1. Stryker, I think, decided to go ahead and retire the car. He got some right side damage. Looks like he was getting tight there. I appreciate him getting out there running. I know he's got prior commitments. So for him to get out there and start the race, we appreciate him very much. Thursday's family night for him. And he gets out there and puts in some time. So we thank him very much. Eric Schaefer, 1.8 second deficit to Jesse Priest. Is a little bit faster last time by, about a 10th faster. As Seth Foudy runs a 54 flat. We'll see Colby Hartung backing off the corner. Brandon Banks is going to be in tow right on the back bumper of that 21. The 9 digging into the bottom side, turn 2. Four unique corners here. They may seem the same, but they are far from it. Brandon Banks there on the quarter panel will try to go to the inside. We'll see him try to side draft getting into the corner. Turn 3, busy for these two. 9, 21, 21 still there. Cleared now as the race line picks back up as Brandon Banks goes to 4th. Colby Hartung is going to be in 5th. For 1 3/4 second. Straightaway speed busy here. Big Art trying to close in. Got about a Big Art has about a 5-second deficit here, but there is a lot of drivers. Oh, man, Wretched. Hold on to it, Mark. Able to get to pit road. Off the wall, gets down to speed. Saw him get slideways out of the corner. I'll have to ask Mark how he's feeling and how Alan's feeling as well. So many prayers to Mark and the Wretched family out there. I do appreciate him getting out there running, of course. It's hard to control these cars when they start getting tight or if they feel freed up, those kinds of things. So we love the Wretched family. We appreciate them very much. We appreciate all that they do, and not only for our community, but for the iRacing community. And, they've been going through some stuff. So big special thank you again to Cool Dog. That is Alex Thompson. He has a gaming channel, and they have the Thompson Racing race channel on Facebook. If you haven't checked out what Alex has been up to, I encourage you to do so. Big special thank you again to Patsfan for getting out there and helping support to everything else. We do have the Helicopter Award trophy all figured out. It is all good to go. So we're going to give out our Helicopter Award of the year. So if you guys want to be able to do that, all you got to do is send me your submission either on social media. You can tag me in it on social media, or tag Signature Esports on social media, whichever platform you're at. You could also upload it to our Discord, or you can if you just get a hold of me. Helicopter Award, you're going to get a trophy, and we're going to give you also $25 in iRacing credits to be able to go toward whatever you want to buy on iRacing. So that is going to go to the winner. We will take all the submissions, and we're going to put a bracket challenge out there, and it's going to be the most popular voted throughout our channel, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be a part of that, as well as making sure that we give everybody the opportunity to take care of that. So if you want to be a part of the Helicopter Award, that is the Signature Esports and VBR Racing Network helicopter award. It's something that we love to give, and we love our helicopter awards. So if you have one and you think it's worthy of being the one of the year, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get a beautiful helicopter glass trophy and $25 in iRacing credits. So if you want to do that, make sure that you get a hold of us again on social media, or you can get a hold of us, tag us on social media. You can send it to us on social media. You can also put that in Discord with us as well. We're going to make sure that we have a channel just for that as well. And if you, I know that we posted some opportunities in the league areas as well. If you haven't checked that out, I encourage you to do so. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. 1.2 second deficit now from Eric Schaefer to Jesse Priest. Kobe Artong blinked out there for just a moment. He's good to go though. I was like, no, Colby's something happened to Colby, but he's good. He's good. Bollinger up to 12th. He's got a little bit of difference between he and Zach King. Zach King tried to close back down to Brian Rayburn. Those are the drivers a little bit off right now, but they're fine. Brian Rayburn trying to track down Sammy Harrell. They're going to be in turn 3 and turn 4, coming around that portion. Sammy, good to see Sammy back out there running again. The race is stretched out a little bit here. Brandon Banks up to 4th. Big Art's going to be up 6th. Is your biggest mover of the race. Did not qualify, though. Just got out there to run. It's going to be there with Van Scoy. Tire saving is a big deal here. And about a 5-second gap still for the 01 to the 23. Eric Schaefer out front, 1.1 second to he and Jesse Priest. Priest closing in about a 0.2 of a second faster. Schaefer, Priest, Foudy. It's going to be your top 3. Seth, 0.6 of a second difference here between he and Brandon Banks. Fall off for the drivers now, about 2.5 seconds. Your race leader, a little bit of clean air. Maybe try to save a little bit. Try to make this one all the way to the end. We'll see. Lots of time, lots of fun so far for the drivers, and I think this is a great racetrack. Van Scoyk in tow. Little nose cam for Charles. We do like Charles. I think he's great. Next Tuesday and next Wednesday, we'll be back to more iRacing. Sim 500 series coming to Signature Esports on Wednesday. Tuesday, the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series back with us again. I'm encouraging everybody to get out there and put the time and energy in to get out there and have some fun on the iRacing platform. You want to join that, go to chopshopracing.net. That's going to be the league that I recommend the most. Sim 500 is going to be right there on our Wednesday night. So I'm thrilled and excited to see everything coming back to us, getting our full schedule back out again. We do not have a race tomorrow night. Chop Shop is taking a bye week this week, so they're going to be back next Friday. We do have a championship race on Saturday for the Heart to Heart Motorsports Association. Eric Schaefer there to break the draft. Out of the corner. It's going to be up, trying to clear here as Jesse Priest goes to the bottom side. Priest in the corner. 0.6 of a second now. Closing in the distance. Has good lap time. Seth Foudy doing just the same. Brandon Banks working his magic as well. Corby Hartung does have Van Scoyk there as well. Charles on the back bumper. This 4-pack right here. That's a good little battle happening, but the battle for the lead closing in for the double zero, but the 0 on your screen. Jesse Priest into the corner. Priest to the back bumper and to turn 2. Good tire saving for Jesse Priest. Eric Schaefer, your race leader. Battle for the lead is such, and right now, all these drivers back here doing themselves some big things. Bollinger up into the racetrack, having a hard time. Got a right front down. Will need to come to pit road, but he's going to stay out here. Eric Schaefer. Into the corner, Eric Schaefer, Jesse Priest. Bollinger slow on the racetrack. Got into the wall there. Got to turn in. Going to be very slow on the racetrack. Driver's able to get around him. Takes the access road. That's what you got to see there. Schaefer to Jesse Priest. Got to see what happened to Bollinger there. He got very free there. He's got a meatball flag. He's going to have to come to pit road, get that repaired. That was there. Let's go back and see what happened here. Heavy momentum. He just got free right here. EJ, thank you very much. Appreciate you, Mr. Lane. Just right there, hit the wall a little bit. Hit the grass, got slideways. Tagged the wall. But to make it happen. All right, Schaefer, quarter second. To Priest behind him. Seth Foudy closes in about a second here. Brandon Banks is going to be in fourth. Van Scoik does get around Colby Hartung there. 24 of 60 being completed. And thank you to everybody being out there. Much love to you all. Thank you, BJ Lane. That's the Heart to Heart Motorsports out there. Appreciate everybody knocking it down. Thank you to everybody out there who's watching across the across everything. Bollinger has a meatball flag. He is coming to pit road, so he's going to get that taken care of. Solid in 12th right now. Leaders 1-2. Very close. Foudy close it in as well. Priest to the bottom side. Battle for the lead down to the bottom. Schaefer has some right front damage on his car as well. Seeing some wall scrapes out of the cars. Indianapolis does have that place there. I tell you what, you talk about any kind of right front damage, it can very much impact the race car. But I tell you what, don't count out Eric Schaefer just yet. He's battled with damage in the past. Priest into the corner. Battle for the second. Seth Foudy closing in. Brandon Banks in fourth. Charles Van Scoik in fifth. Big Hart's going to be right behind the 0141. Charles normally has the 23. Wonder what happened to his number. I got to check something, folks. I'm curious on the leagues why his number. He's got the 23 on the paint scheme, which is fine. But I thought he was set. I thought I set his number. I did set his number. It is the 41. Does somebody else have the 23? Somebody did have the 23. Oh, it's Paul. Paul's been out for a minute. Oh, Paul's okay. Priest out front, half second. Eric Schaefer there to help play defense on the 7 of Foudy. 7 looks to go to the corner. 4 is going to be there as well. 7 with the drive off, trying to close in. 7 to the back bumper to the 4. Battle for second. Seth to the back bumper. Corner exit still there for the 4. And Foudy trying to close in. 26 of 60. Brandon Banks there as well. Big Art there to the inside, all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Brian Rayburn playing catch-up back there as well to Sammy Harrell. That's a good little battle happening there. We'll see. Big Art to enter the corner, down to the bottom side, turns the corner. 23 battles back. Way up the race line. He's good to go. Still side by side. Turn 2 will be able to cross down. It's going to be in that cross section. And now up to 5th is Big Art. Van Scoik still up 1 spot. Is Jesse Priest trying to outstretch his hand a little bit and say, I'm good. Seth Foudy carrying the corner right behind Eric Schaefer. Foudy not pushing too hard here. Pulls the bottom side of the racetrack. 4, corner exit. Will get slideways in front of the 7. All the way down by the wall. Foudy will be side by side with Schaefer. Schaefer gets sideways. Seth Foudy into the corner. Going to have to utilize a little bit of the high line here to try to push his way out. 4's going to be able to turn the corner here. Foudy back to the side. Seth in second. Corner exit. The 4 trying to power back here. Trying to close out. 7, 4 side by side down to the back straightaway. Eric Schaefer playing dividends here. Foudy into the corner. Up near the wall, little wall tap. Down into the side-by-side racing. 3 and 4. Schaefer trying to clear Foudy. Up to the wall. Turn 4. 7, 4 side-by-side. 7 trying to manage here. As now Foudy will try to pull that corner and try to clear here. Brandon Banks in tow. And here comes Big Art. 3 seconds the gap now between Banks and Priest. Priest still out front. Foudy trying to still clear Eric Schaefer. Schaefer, ooh, a little loose. They get into the corner. Little touch there in the corner by both drivers, just running hard. That was some heavy racing by both of those drivers. As now Seth Foudy has to go to work. Eric Schaefer in 3rd. Brandon Banks in 4th. Big Art's going to be in 5th. Ballers are on pit road, getting the right side taken care of here. Big Art closing in. Charles Van Scoyk up 1. Munier's going to be up 2. Kobe Hartung off a few spots. He's got a little bit of right front damage. He looks to be fine. We'll see Schaefer come to pit road. A little bit early, having a breakdown. Should be good to go. Had to get heavy on the brakes there. Pit road speed limit just a balmy, I think 60 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Didn't even look. 55, sorry. 55 for the drivers. Could have sworn it was 60. You know, we've called a few too many races to forget. So Schaefer coming to pit road. He's going to be able to take care of that car. Long straightaway for the pit road entrance all the way down to the bottom side. Jesse Priest holding on to 1.7 second lead now. Seth Foudy closing in to the halfway mark. Schaefer getting the car taken care of. Should be good to go. Will be coming out. Brandon Banks to lead a lap here. Again, points for leading a lap. If you could run an extra one, Big Art gets a little loose. Big pit road entry here for a bunch of drivers. Jesse Priest pits from the lead. Brandon Banks is going to get credit for a lap led. Van Scoyk is going to be 2nd. Brian Rayburn is going to be 3rd. Zach King out there at number 87. We'll see 3.7 seconds between he and Eric Schaefer. Schaefer, new tires, trying to cycle to the lead. Priest coming to pit road. We have no black flags from any of the drivers from what I see. So we'll see everybody do their thing. Kobe Hartung coming to pit road as well. Brandon Banks, 3 to quarter. We'll see who cycles here. Banks does get credit for a lap led. Van Scoyk coming around. Will stay out. He'll get credit for a lap led as well. Thank you, Shane. What's up? That's another friend from across the big pond. Shane Newman out there, folks. All right, Rayburn to pit road. Van Scoyk, now your race leader. Eric Schaefer out ahead of Jesse Priest. Seth Foudy. This Van Scoyk pushing out. Getting that extra point. Brian Rayburn. Oh, no. Rayburn had a black flag there. If he was too fast entering, there's a chance that was what was happening there. Yeah, black flag for Brian Rayburn. Van Scoyk coming around. 3 and 4. We'll see Schaefer closing out some of the race line. We'll see if anybody carries the corner anymore. Van Scoyk still your race leader. To run that thing dry. Only a total of 7 incident points, maybe 8 incident points now as we take a look. Looks like Brandon Banks may have got an incident point there. I was like, a total of 7 incident points. Somebody got an incident point. It was Brandon Banks. Wonder what happened to make that happen. I don't know. Battle for the lead. Eric Schaefer trying to extend. Jesse Priest closing in. Seth Foudy not far off. And here comes Nathan Big Art. Big Art closes in some of that time, which was great to see. But so did Brandon Banks. They all closed in some of that time to some of the drivers that came in early. Schaefer came in early, so it's all good. All right, Oh, man, commitment line is so close. Zachary King got a black flag as well. We did see that. Van Scoik is good. He puts from the lead. Eric Schaefer doing what he can here. So Charles will come to pit road, pit from the lead, and get things taken care of for the final spot here. Eric Schaefer is going to be in second. Jesse Priest in third for when they cycle out here. Van Scoik, not a bad time to come to pit road. He is about halfway down the pit lane right now. So as far as the drivers that are out there, but Van Scoik will come out, and he'll have to get back up to speed. He's in seventh, or resuming seventh. We'll have to push himself a little bit more here as they get out and go back to work. All right, half second separates Eric Schaefer to Jesse Priest. Seth Foudy is going to be in third. Big Art in fourth, has to close in 5.4 seconds. Foudy just ran his fastest lap of the race at 52.2. Hartung just ran close to his fastest lap of the race. Munier just ran his fastest lap of the race. CJ up with a 52.51. And now it is on. Who's got what left in the tank? Seth Foudy still closing in. Getting a chance for a top 3 night for that driver. Mr. Churchy, what's going? Let's go. From Church. Yeah, it's the cameras. Thank you, Budgie, for the message. Yeah, the camera. So each camera is different. I'm a little bit louder tonight too. Yeah, that's it. There's a TV3 camera. If I keep it on TV1, it depends on the camera. So yeah, if I'm a little bit loud, the cars are probably going to be a little bit quieter. Give it a little volume. Thank you, Budgie. Thank you for letting me know. It's really low. Okay, I'm giving it some volume. I'm going to try not to break the system. That's TV1. That's TV2. Yeah, that one's really loud. Here's the start. Life, everything's good. Shane, much love to you. I want to get the audio right. That's my biggest pet peeve. So thank you to Budgie. Budgie, let me know if anything else changes. Please and thank you. Thank you, Budgie. Yeah, and you're fine, dear. You're fine. Matt, the legend. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I want to make sure the volume. So audio is like my biggest pet peeve, and up until the 30.2 update, I haven't really had an issue with audio, and ever since that update, I've been having an issue with audio. So I want to make sure it's good. Beef Jerky Unlimited, 24 laps to go. Again, get out there to Beef Jerky Unlimited. Try yourself some of the best handmade snacks right from Michigan that you can ever buy. You get a 6-pack for $55 plus shipping, and it's absolutely the best. I want to make sure everything's good. That was my biggest issue was all of that. Okay, thank you, Budgie. You're amazing. Day for half second. Foudy's going to be in that middle tail. He's going to be trying to get around Eric Schaefer once again. It took a little bit of work to get around Eric Schaefer that last time. But we'll see if Schaefer save it a little bit for the run here. Jesse Priest extending 53.12 his last lap. That's right, Mandarood, my brother from another mother. That is the Mandarood Racing, folks. That's that man. He's a legend. Keen for football season. Go blue, black. Go blue back to back this year. And you think it'll be even a great year for the Ravens? I think you're the GOAT, dude. I think if I had to say anything about football this year, I'm not really. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to what the Rams are doing, but that's just what it is. You know, that's what I would look like in football. Big Art in fourth up 9. Brandon Banks trying to close back down as well. CJ Munier is going to be in that 6th spot up 3. Kobe Hartung traveling in 7th. Van Scoik 2 1/4 closing in. He's got the freshest tires of all the drivers out there. Right now is faster than everybody by about half second, almost 3/4 of a second to some of the drivers. So, Chance, 11 seconds between the leads, so we'll see what's happening. But Jesse Priest, 1.3 second deficit here to second place is Foudy, looking to close in. Brian Rayburn, first driver off the lead lap, had a service speeding penalty. That's the only reason why he was off the lead lap. He would have been able to come back in and probably challenge for position. So we'll see how that's going to work for him as these drivers go to work. That's right, sir. He said it. He said it best. Mandarood said it best. Hit that like and share button. If you're new, hit that follow button. That's exactly right. I appreciate it if you do so. Mandarood out there on Facebook. He is the legend. Schaefer trying to hold off Seth into number 7. 7 with the big run into the corner. Foudy might have to switch up the angle here. On the back bumper and corner exit. 1.5 second deficit. 7 trying to get to the inside of the 4. 4 crosses over. Corner exit goes to the 7. Max, thank you for the like, sir. Much love to you. Shane Williams is at man, oh man. Yeah, we like the dad life. Big Art closing in. This little 2-pack right here is working hard as well. Quarter second between he and Brandon Banks. Big Art keeping on 30. Banks keeping on 31. Banks closing in. Again, saving tires is pretty much what Nate does. Brandon Banks does so as well. So top 5 night for him is a good night. 2 seconds the difference here now. Schaefer to Seth Foudy is going to be bumper to bumper. Brian Rayburn in tow. A 6.5 second gap between the lead and Big Art and Banks. Foudy trying to hold on to the back bumper. These two have a good little battle cooking here. And Rayburn closing in. And first driver off the lead lap would only be off the lead lap because of the penalty. Would be able to make that work. Mike, thank you very much. Mike Mueller out there. Appreciate you. Hit the subscriber button if you think I'm the best. Thank you, sir. Go Ray Burns, says Churchy. Only 20 cents a day. That's right. It's only 20 cents a day to support a small streamer like yourself. Make sure you go check out Mandarood's channels as well on Kick and Facebook. Whoa, baby. Sideways up there for Big Art. But hold off Banks. But here comes CJ Munier here. CJ, big hockey fan, big hockey player. So is Van Scoik. He's closing it as well. Hartung all over the back bumper of CJ. But CJ putting up a good fight. Reese 2 1/4. Putting on a clinic out there as the 4 runs the wall. And right now, Rayburn closing in on a couple of these drivers. His last couple of laps have been faster than the 2 in front of him. Seth just trying to find a way to get around the 4. Just trying to do it as clean as he can. Schaefer in second. 7, back bumper. Having to back the corner up 7. Shallow entry. 4 carrying the entry out. Now, that's a little bit different. Oh, Bollinger having an issue. Bollinger out of 2. Once again, he's blown. You're not on the track. I recommend you tow. Priest and Schaefer. There's nobody's around there, folks. Let's go back and see what happened. Got free. Hit the inside wall. He's not on the racing surface. He's off the racing surface. That right there. Is that right there. Back to live. Seth Foudy back to the inside, battle for second. Foudy, Schaefer. Here comes Rayburn behind. This is a good little battle. Jesse Priest, 2.5 second difference here. He literally hit the wall and bounced back across the racing surface. Schaefer behind the 7 now. Into the corner of the 7. Been riding around behind the 4. 4's going to be able to still be in tow. Here comes Rayburn. That was a hit. WD9. What's up, Donaldson? Good to see you, man. We'll see you next week, sir. For sure. That was a hit. But, I mean, he hit the wall, and then he hit the other wall. Hold on, one more time. That's worth the rewatch. Sorry, Mike. I'm not poking at you. Hold on. 3 out of 2. Bite. Hit that wall and then hit that wall. Yeah, off the racing surface. I wouldn't. If iRacing didn't throw it, I wouldn't have thrown it. 15 laps to go. Let's go, Rayburn, says legendary trucker man out there. That car was broken. There's no caution for any of that. I'm not pulling a NASCAR, okay? I'm not pulling a NASCAR. Foudy, 2 second difference here. 15 laps to go. Trying to close back in. You know, that deserves a double. We're going to give it to him again. Yep, Mike's on pit road. He is tore up from the floor up. Yeah, that's a double helicopter award. Jesse Priest. It'll catch up to Zachary King. Zachary King off the lead lap right now. Priest to Seth Foudy. Foudy closing in. Got about 4/10 of a second. Gained about a 4/10 of a second the last lap. Lap times between the 00 here. Sorry, quarter second last lap. 3/10 of a second over 45. So that was my math going wrong. Man, wish you could have made it. Man, oh man, it'd been a great race to see you get out there and have some fun. Big run from Seth. The King on the inside. Zach King up near the wall. Did a great job. 1 3/4. Zach King doing a phenomenal job here as well. Brian Rayburn still right behind the 4. Here comes Big Art trying to close in. There's Schaefer. His streak of top 3s. It's alive. Rayburn to the inside. Over to Schaefer. Brian Rayburn down to the Gravedigger machine as Schaefer holds on to 3. 01 trying to close in. 3.5 seconds, 13 laps to go. Brandon Banks, top 5 night so far, has about a 2 second difference here between he and Van Scoik, who is still catching everybody. He's running about 3/10 of a second faster than most drivers, even dealing with a little bit of lap traffic, but Munier's in tow. CJ having a good race. Colby Hartung only off 6. Was back here just a little bit. Sammy Harrell still on the lead lap. Only 17 seconds. Is this his first race back in this one? I do like his car, man. I do like his car. One and a half seconds straight away. Jesse Priest, 54.33 his last lap. Big Art, 54.23. Seth Foudy, 54.27. Eric Schaefer, 54.63. That right front damage might be cooking him a little bit, but there's still quite a bit of racing left, and there's going to have to be a lot of momentum for every one of these drivers. Schaefer in 3rd. Big Art's going to be in 4th. Brandon Banks in 5th. Van Scoik closing in 1.5. Charles has closed in almost 3 seconds on these drivers over the course of the last stint when he came in. He used 3-lap fresher tires and has been able to close in some pace here. 1.5 seconds still separates Jesse Priest and Seth Foudy. Foudy in that Toyota. Only Ford we see out there is going to be Van Scoik. He clears King here. Zach King, he is doing everything right here. He's running on the outside of the race line. Close out Munier, 21. Woo, baby. But Kobe Hartung closes in. Gets around the 87. That was almost a perfect split for those two. Jesse Priest rolling. Yeah, 10 points for style. We give him 10 points for style. Budgie, big hype. Thank you, dear. Out of the infield care center for now. I mean, if you were in a motion rig, you could see that happening. 10 laps to go. The battle for the lead closing in. Can Seth Foudy do something about it? Van Scoik, CJ Munier had a good battle there for a little bit. Now Van Scoik up to 6th here. Trying to close in 1.1 second deficit to he and Brandon Banks. Charles ran long. He's having himself a pretty phenomenal race right now. His lap times there. Big Art 54.26 his last lap. Trying to close it. Eric Schaefer 1.3 in closing. 10 to go as the Sunset Skies happen here. Next week, Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to be going to one of my favorite tracks for every car. And if you haven't been to Bristol in the Next Gen Cup car, which it should just be known as the Cup car now, then, or not in the Cup car. If you haven't been to Bristol in the Xfinity car, which should be, I think should be the Cup car, then you're going, man. So we're going to have a ton of fun watching that. There's the gap right there. Still an eye shot. Jesse Priest able to extend just a little bit more. 54.73 was the last lap from Eric Schaefer. Big Art up to 4th. It's still your biggest move of the race. There's 9 laps to go. Brandon Banks closing in. Van Scoik looking for a top 5. Going to be up 1. Munier up 2. Kobe Hartung right behind. Still has a little bit of pace still left in that. A little pep in the step for the 21. Jesse Priest, 1.3 in closing. Big slide out of the corner right there for Big Art. Oh, wall tap. Whoa, Munier. Kobe Hartung. Munier has debris on the racetrack. Oh, no. Zach King. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Here's a look out of the corner. Oh, both drivers hit the wall. Both drivers on the wall. CJ got on the wall there. Man. Everybody going. Again, iRacing handles the cautions. Bristol is going to be fun next week. 1.2 second deficit. Eric Schaefer to 3rd. Big Art's going to be in 4th. Brandon Banks in 5th. Van Scoik's going to be in 6th. Colby Hartung in 7th. Munier doesn't have a rear bumper. He's fine. He can still finish this race. Colby now with some right front as well. Van Scoik to the back bumper of Brandon Banks here. King coming to pit road. Big Art to the back bumper of the Ford now. There's 2 battles here. Battle for a top 3 and a battle for a top 5. Van Scoik to the, nice run for the 23 to the back bumper to the 9. 23 into the corner. Again, 3-lap fresher tires, but I do believe that Charles has just been running a pretty darn bang-up race here. Van Scoik to the bottom side. 9 there as well. A little right side damage for the 9. Van Scoik clears one of the better. This was the track that I watched Charles save an extra 2 laps of fuel and win a race when everybody had to come to pit road at one point. You want to talk about a driver that just runs this track really well. That's one of those drivers right there. Nathan Big Art with 6 laps to go. Quarter second now to the back bumper of the Ford. Seth Foudy, 1.2 seconds, trying to close into Jesse Priest. Priest, but all stepping away here. And late in the run, lap times pretty level between Jesse Priest and Seth Foudy. 1.25 to 1.2 down to the back straightaway. Eric Schaefer, So holding on to third currently with Big Art in fourth. Van Scoik, 2 seconds the difference here now between he and the top 3 positions as Brandon Banks holds the corner. Banks back to 6th. That's where he started. Colby Hartung just ahead of Munier, 2.4 seconds. It was a tough situation for both those drivers. They both tapped the wall. Rayburn onto the straightaway here. Well, oh, baby. Eric Schaefer to the bottom side. Big Art. These two running each other hard. 0-1 into the corner to the outside of the 4. Crossover might happen here as the 4 runs down to protect the spot. 4 wall tap. 0-1. Straightaway back it up the corner again. 4 and the 0-1. Schaefer there to block the 0-1 of Big Art. 0-1, big run into the corner. 0-1 drops in side by side. 4 pressing out. 0-1 to the back bumper. Corner exit. 0-1 to the 4. 0-1 to the break. This is the battle for third that you want to see. And here comes Van Scoik. 4 laps to go. Jesse Priest to Seth Foudy, now under a second. Eric Schaefer all the way to the high side. Big Art into the corner. Both drivers pushing hard. 0-1 back to the throttle, side by side with the 4. 4 trying to battle for that third spot. 4 trying to still hold on. Corner exit to the 0-1 to the inside. 4 to the wall. Oh no. They beat and bang on the back straightaway. Down to the bottom side, 0-1-4. Good battle back here. That was a battle. They both did a phenomenal job. Eric Schaefer in 4th. Van Scoik in 5th, trying to close in. And we'll see if that's over, but I don't think so. 3 laps to go. What a battle. Tell you what. Talk about drivers doing what they can. These two they're the best of the business in this car. Van Scoik having a hell of a night, though. Forgive my language. I like what Chuck's doing here. Corner exit to the 23. Big run for Charles. Here comes Brandon Banks. Jesse Priest took the lead from Eric Schaefer. Foudy was patient. And right now, a couple of laps to go. Going to need every bit of the pace that he can to be able to catch Priest. Indianapolis. Great save by Schaefer and Big Art. They were able to hold on there. Out of the corner, Van Scoik to the back bumper of the 4. We'll jump all the way to the bottom side. 2 laps to go for Jesse Priest. Seth Foudy in 2nd. Van Scoik runs high. 4 enter the corner. Van Scoik still there. Corner for him. Sideways for the 4. Hold on to it as the 23 drops the corner. Van Scoik to 4th. Schaefer back to 5th. And I think the only thing that is hurting Eric Schaefer is just that right side damage. But 3/4 of a second now for Jesse Priest. Jesse Priest, final straightaway as they come. White flag waves, final lap here at Indianapolis. What a banger this one was. Going to be a part of this series. I encourage you to jump in Discord. We got 3 races left, 3 or 4 races left. We got Bristol, then Talladega, and then 2 more after that. I don't even know what's going on after that, but it's fun. This was a great race. Jesse Priest ran phenomenally. So did Seth Foudy. The most impressive driver I've seen. I know Nathan Big Art's up 10 spots, but Van Scoik with a hell of a race tonight. Absolutely a ton of fun. 3/4 of a second gap for Jesse Priest. Seth need a little bit more. Not going to find it, I don't think. Final corner here for the 0. He wants the pace car's number. He had the pace car's number. Jesse Priest coming home in victory lane. Great run for Jesse Priest. Seth Foudy, great run for him. Big Art finishes in third. Van Scoik in fourth. Eric Schaefer, top 5 night. Brandon Banks comes home sixth. Kobe Hartung looks to be coming home seventh. CJ Munier had a great battle there toward the end of that race. Finishes in eighth. Sammy Harrell gets free off turn 4. That was a great run and a great race. Jesse Priest getting some love from the teammates. Good run for everybody. Good bump from Charles. That was a ton of fun to watch. Ton of fun. Race results as Priest brings them around. Good love from Munier coming up as he gives a little side-by-side love. Priest, Foudy, Big Art's going to be your top 3. Charles Van Scoik finishes in 4th. Eric Schaefer in 5th. Brandon Banks, Kobe Hartung, CJ Munier, Sammy Harrell, and Brian Rayburn, your top 10. Rayburn, first driver off the lead lap, was hanging with the leaders there. Phenomenal job. I think he'd had a better position if he didn't have that penalty. But what a great race that was to watch. Zach King, Bollinger, your top 12. Retchen, Strickland, Tony Barton didn't get the start in today, but we look forward to seeing him back on the racetrack. Man, oh man. What a run. Whole 500 laps at Martinsville and Mazda this weekend. Good night, Mr. Dove. Much love to you. Big old burnout for Jesse Priest from Wabash, Indiana. We like this guy. He's a ton of fun to watch. He's going to burn it down on the Brickyard. What a run that was. Good race. Good race. Man. Jesse's in here. Talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jesse Priest, coming home victory lane. What a race you had, man. Good luck. That was awesome. Tell me about this, man. You took the lead. I know Seth was catching there toward the end. I know this track is all about managing a gap, coming to pit road at the right time, and I'm glad I got this to got this fuel mileage right when it comes to the laps, because I thought about it and I was like, man, did I get it right? I think I did. Tell me about your race, man. Congratulations on the victory.
Didn't expect this. I'm not usually real good here. I mean, I usually have some decent long run speed, but I guess the B Opens a couple weeks ago helped me. But I usually hate fixed sets for the most part, but this thing felt pretty good here. But didn't have near the wind we had in the B Opens that was killing me in that one, but wind was straight down the front stretch here, and it wasn't so tight in 2 and 3 like the other races have been. But that was a lot of fun. I did not expect that. I wish Schaefer wouldn't hit the wall and Banks got some damage. I'd like to see that too, what we all could have done. I'd like to see them healthy and battle them instead. But yeah, Seth was coming. He was coming like crazy. I thought I was going to screw it up, and
it worked.
Just kept telling myself, "Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up."
I
haven't won anything in a while. So.
Well, good. I'm glad you're able to do it here. I mean,
I've never won here. I don't think in anything. But
I don't remember. I mean, I've talked to you in the broadcast booth before. I know that for sure.
Well, I mean, Indy. I'm not.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say.
I've ever won at Indy.
I don't know. I thought you had. So last week, Schaefer said, I think Jesse's coming back next week. He called it that you were probably going to win this race.
Yeah, he was talking out his butt, I think, on that one. But he's usually whipping me here, but
clearly not.
He didn't run. I don't know if he ran any B Opens a couple weeks ago, so I think that kind of hurt him here. They changed a little bit with this newer track. I noticed you got to run below the line more. The older track version, you didn't want to go down there in this car because it would get too loose. But
yeah,
I like this version better.
Actually, and that was what was crazy about it, because I checked the setup, right? earlier today before the race. So if anybody used this setup prior to today, the the race setup had changed on iRacing. I actually had to go back in and reselect the 2022 setup.
Really?
And so yeah, this one. So I know the setup had to have changed because that's exactly what happened.
I know in the B opens we weren't hitting the chip, and here we could hit the chip, but when you're in the draft pretty good, you could hit it pretty good here.
Well,
It's
good.
showing a 380 gear, but I thought we were running that in the opens. I don't know. Something felt different there, but yeah, it felt good. It was a lot of fun.
That's why I said it pre-race. I was like, if something, I had to reselect the setup and make sure everything was good. So if something was off or something felt different, like those are the things I'm looking for as far as feedback goes. I know that we run this league to get out there and have some fun and to do things. And of course, this is not only the cool, the I say test league, but it also lets me adjust and figure things out. We've had audio issues for the last week, and able to figure that out. That was an OBS issue, not carrying channels the way it's supposed to with its update. And then seeing iRacing going through some changes, I've been able to like deduce what works, what doesn't work. Because, the biggest thing that I could ever do is learn, but to see you guys get out there tonight was a great race. Indy doesn't put on a great race. It's usually real stretched out and boring. Tonight was not stretched out and boring.
Yeah, I've been to a bunch of these. Well, I live about 90 miles north of Indy, and we used to go to these all the time back in early 2000s there. But yeah, they were always some boring races, but the party was a lot of fun.
Well, now you get to
the party kind of died out, and then it kind of wasn't any fun to go to anymore. So
yeah. No, I growing up in half my adolescenthood, from like 11 on, growing up in Effingham. We were able to come over to Indy once every couple of years with my dad, and I've watched a couple of Indies, but that was a long time ago when it was fun.
Yeah.
So
even some of them, they got pretty stretched out and boring. But
yeah,
I like the one when the tires were all messed up and had to keep pitting like every 11 laps. That one was a lot of fun. But
yeah.
yeah, this is a lot of fun. I couldn't believe this set. It felt really good.
I'm glad it did. See, I'm still constantly trying to figure things out too. Jesse, this was fun, man. You got the victory here. Give you shout outs. It was a lot of fun to watch.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for putting on the broadcast, and all the sponsors out there. We got to thank the DBR guys, obviously. A lot of fun to race with. Wish a couple of them had stayed out of the wall a little bit, but that was a lot of fun.
We're at Bristol next week.
About it. Oh, I gotta thank EPI for my open sets too.
There you go. You have a promo code they can use so that way you can shout that out.
I don't. I just drive.
I like it. That's all that matters. Jesse, you drove tonight, held on to it, and phenomenal race, man. Congratulations once again.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You too. Go have some fun with the boys. Jesse Priest comes home victory lane. We'll let him have at it. Seth Foudy comes home in P2. And he said you were coming, and no doubt about it, you were absolutely on your way. Needed a few more laps, but man, what a battle you had! You had good battles all race long with Schaefer there with you, and then and tonight just killing it, knocking it out of the park. Walk me through it, and congratulations to P2.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good race tonight. I mean, car felt really good. Just basically backed up my corners and could get good runs off. I felt like I was faster than most of these guys, but man, when you would get behind somebody, it was just so hard to pass. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what kind of made it tough. I feel like with Eric there towards the end, that second run when I got stuck behind Eric, I just couldn't get by him. And then finally when I got by, I mean, you could see I just kind of took off, but I didn't have enough. I know that Jesse and I pitted at the same time. So I'd be interested to know how he finished off with his tires there, because I was trying to take care of him so I could catch him in the end. But man, he ran such a good race. I don't think I'm excited to go back and watch the replay, because I don't think he messed up at all. And it just made it really tough to reel him in there. But You could say, I guess, if I had some more laps, I might have been able to catch him. But like I said, with it being so tough to pass, I don't think I'd have been able to. I don't think I'd have been able to do anything with it, to be honest with you. So hats off to him for for how he ran tonight. He definitely deserved it, 100%.
Well, you guys put on a show, and I know that I'm biased because this is my league, right?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. But at the end of the day, I have to give hats off to all the drivers. I know that it's a smaller field. Xfinity's fields just seem to be that way anymore. But I tell you what, this car produces some of the best racing that you're going to see on the simulator, and I think that's one of the things that I wish that that people would get out there and just try to run this car a little bit more.
Oh, hands down. I 100% agree with you. If I have to pick, my top 3 cars, it's definitely, next gen number 1 and this one number 2. I just think it drives so good. And I remember a day when this thing just pushed so hard, no matter what setup it was on. And I don't know if some of that has to do with maybe the dynamic track model or, with the tire model changes, but this car went from literally being my least favorite to, certainly one of my favorites. Um, so I like it. And, I'd have to agree with you. I do notice smaller fields typically with this car more so than used to. I feel like the trucks always seem to have decent fields for some reason, which I'm not a huge fan of them at all. But yeah, it'd be nice to see some more guys out on the track. I think that everybody that was out here tonight was fantastic in every way. They all drove amazing, and seemed like there was a lot of good racing. Now I don't know what was going on completely behind me, but I know with the group that I was with, those guys were really respectful, and there was a lot of good racecraft that was going on. So it's a good group, and I really enjoyed myself tonight.
Now everybody's patient and kind this week. Next week we got Bristol.
Oh.
So we're gonna. Well, I don't know. I mean, Bristol's Bristol, and I think I'm gonna make sure I say that next week. That Bristol's Bristol. Just remember that. It happens. So
Absolutely,
it's gonna be a good. I think it's still gonna be a good race regardless. We've had fewer cautions in this league than some of the ones that I call races for. So this is good to see. It's good to see that. Everybody can get out here and have some fun, which is the most important thing, I think, when it comes to this. When it comes to a series like this, and it comes to getting drivers out there. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Seth, P2 finished tonight, man. Give your shout outs.
Yeah, so I definitely want to thank you for the league. I want to thank you for allowing me to come on and race with these guys. I think it's an awesome league, and if somebody's looking for a league that's watching tonight, by all means, please check it out. And get signed up. I think it's a great place to be with a lot of good drivers. So I definitely want to give a shout out to you. Your broadcasts, I think your broadcasts are absolutely amazing. They're entertaining. You definitely have a voice for radio, that's for sure. So I've been really excited to kind of get subscribed to you and stuff. And I've been watching some of your content. And I think actually that you're supposed to do some broadcasting for one of the other groups that I run in. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to watching so much more of your content. So thank you for that. I do want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus for even allowing me to have the equipment and allowing me to have a place to even do this type of thing, sim racing. So there's a lot of people that don't even have an opportunity to do what we do on here in iRacing, and I just want to thank him for that. And I want to thank my family as well for even allowing me to take the time to even get on here and run. So appreciate them and love them dearly. So, and that's pretty much it. So
Seth, appreciate it. Yeah, Sim 500 coming up once again on our platform. We used to call Thursdays with Sim 500. Then, they asked, hey, can you do Wednesdays? And I said, hey, no problem.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome, dude.
It's gonna be fantastic. And trucks, and you guys got a big field over there, so it's gonna be a ton of fun to see what's gonna happen Wednesdays, and that's next Wednesday. So everybody, keep that in mind.
Yeah, you're right. So it'll be good.
It's gonna be great. All right, brother. We'll see you next Wednesday, and then hopefully for Bristol for next Thursday.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's Seth coming home in P2, and P3 is Nate. I think Nate had a run, so much love to Nate. Budgie, thank you for 500 biddies. Charles, thank you for the like. Dottie's out there. Thank you very much, sir, for the like out there as well. Much love to you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful night. Can't burn out on the bricks. IMS won't like that. It's virtual. They can do whatever they want. We've watched drivers do it in the past, and, you know, that's the way we see it. Budgie, thank you very much for the biddies. Folks, if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, I encourage you to do so. Make sure you follow us on Facebook as well. Also, just so you know, there is the give back. I think Twitch is doing a give back promotion right now, so you can get 3 months of Apple Plus if you subscribe or resubscribe during this month. So if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do that. Use your Prime sub. Use Jeff Bezos' money. You know, that's the way to do it. If you want to support us directly, you can hit the donate button or !donate or !tip. Those are going to be the ways you're going to be able to do that. That helps go support us directly and in making sure that we continue to do our content, as well as you can pick up some of our merch. If you want a Signature Esports shirt, get a hold of me. Just call to the NASCAR. I bet you did. You're good. Folks, thank you to Patsfan. Thank you to Cool Dog, which is Alex Thompson. Again, thank you to Bollinger for helping us out over here as well. If you want to remember to send us that content for your helicopter award, I think Mike actually has one ready to go. So we appreciate all the drivers. Thank you to everybody for doing so. Man, there could have been a caution today, but I wasn't going to be NASCAR in that regard. So, everything else turned out pretty good. So we thank everybody for being out there. Thank you to all the drivers running tonight. If you haven't done so, again, reach out there. Go hit those links. Thank you to, of course, Lunatic Designs for being a part of it. Thank you to Seattle Carpets, Matter of Racing, Chop Shop Racing Series, National TV Sales, Rental NordVPN, Surge Performance was one of the best racing teams out there. I will give proponents to DBR and Sim 500. There's a lot of great racing teams out there, but Surge Performance are legends, so make sure you go check them out. It is absolutely... It's been an absolute blast to be able to do this and to continue to be able to grow iRacing as a platform. They've got big things going when it comes to NASCAR 25 coming out. I'm excited to see what iRacing is going to do with that. Maybe a chance to call races on NASCAR 25. We'll see how that's going to happen. I'm not quite sure, considering it's going to be a console experience. So we'll see how that's going to work. Maybe NASCAR 25 has it's going to be on PC. If it's going to be on PC, then I'm going to be thrilled to be able to see that happen as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm a fan. It's just so many things happening. I do like the new track. The new Indy track is a ton of fun. And having to set up the race and make sure that things were right for this race, it turned out to be a good race. We saw different things tonight than what I normally see, and this car did deliver, and these drivers delivered as well. So congratulations to the drivers. Budgie, much love. Thank you for the input out there, Budgie. We're going to continue to try to improve this and get things back to where I like it. We're also continuing to get our stream more professionally done when it comes to all the extras, all the graphics that I'm trying to make. We're also working on, if you saw Patsfan out there, we're working on his stuff as well. So we're doing a lot of work. We still have our raffle going on in our Discord. So if you haven't been a part of that, that's for the LED light. The last one went to Alex Thompson. He's not allowed to input. He's not allowed to enter any more giveaways. I'm just saying. No, I'm totally kidding. He's got his coming to him. So that one's already sent out the door. As far as the plans for the build, so that'll go right to him. The second one's going to be there as well, so that's still happening. We still have some spots available for that. Yeah, outside of that, it's going to be good. I appreciate everybody. Thank you to Jess. Thank you to everybody. I never thank my family enough, but I do want to thank. I thank her all the time. But thank you to my family for allowing me to do this, and it makes all the difference. It does. Thank you to all the leagues. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to their sponsors. It's going to be fun. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Much love, Budgie.